What if there was a perfectly legal self-defense tool that you could use and you could carry it anywhere in the world, including on a plane? It took barely any training to be able to use it, and it's so robust that it's probably never going to break or need replacing. You could use it to strike your attacker and it would be devastating, more powerful than a punch. And you could also use it to block punches and it might break the attacker's knuckles. Would you buy that self-defense tool? Well, we got good news for you because you don't need to buy it. You've got it already. In fact, you've probably got two. And if you haven't guessed already what we're talking about these, the elbows. In this video, we're going to show you why the elbow is the best self-defense tool available to you, especially for older adults. We brought in a professional Muay Thai instructor. For anyone that doesn't know, Muay Thai guys are the best in the business when it comes to elbows, and he's going to show us why the elbow is the most effective tool that we can use and how to use it. And we're going to work together, combining all of our experience to show you how you can use these elbows in a self-defense situation. Okay, Marcus, mate, can you talk us through what is it about the elbows that makes them so good and so effective for everyday people, including older adults?
Elbows is a short-range weapon that it can be used, anybody can use it. You don't need to be heavy, strong, powerful. Even a kid, even a woman, can cause loads of damage. A mistake that many people make hitting with the elbows is hitting with the forearm. You want to hit with the tip of the elbow. It's where it's very, very, very hard and where you cause all the damage. Of course, you can hit with the forearm, but of course it's much softer and you are not going to cause as much damage as hitting with the tip.
Okay, so it requires very little training. Even a kid or a woman can cause serious damage. We've talked about hitting with the tip, which is a really, really useful point to make as well, because I think most of us are used to just smashing and you can hit with anything, kind of the forearm, but you're absolutely right. If everyone just feels the tip of their elbow, feel the difference between the tip and the forearm here. The forearm is quite squishy. Okay, if there's some muscle there, it's tough, but when you start to touch that, it's just a big dead baseball bat. So in terms of targets then, Marcus, in terms of targets, where should we be aiming when we throw the elbow?
Okay, well, targets, basically, as in Muay Thai fights, as you can see, there's loads of blood everywhere. So basically, you should aim for the forehead, cheekbones, the jaw, and the nose. They are very good targets.
So anywhere where the skin is thin or the bone's kind of protruding, because that's going to give you the best chance to cut your opponent. And of course, if you're aiming above the eye, we did a previous video on how to cut the eyebrows to kind of blind the attacker. So you could use the elbow to cut those eyebrows. Obviously, opponent can't see, opponent can't fight. Okay, let's not keep people waiting any longer. Can you show us one of your favorite elbows to use in Muay Thai?
Okay, one of the easiest, I would say, is the uppercut elbow. You don't need loads of power. It's just aim for the chin, and as I said before, straight up, manage the distance with the footwork, step forward, bam, bam.
So that upward elbow, how can we apply that in a self-defense situation? Well, super simple. As Marcus said, first of all, footwork is really important, okay? We have to make sure that we've got the right distance. No good throwing it from here, okay? Because I'm not going to hit him, right? So no good throwing it from there. But if I'm close enough, if I've noticed someone's come up in my face, bang, it's as simple as that, straight up in the air. If somebody's grabbed me, right? Oh, great. Bang. I might trap this hand here and I might come through with the elbow. If someone tries to throw a hook at me, same here. I might crash him the way so you can see. Bang, I might crash him with the elbow. All of that is the upward elbow just being applied to different situations. But it's the best if he's pushed me or if he's come in nice and close, bang, straight up in the air like that.
Next one is the over the top elbow. Again, you should aim for the cheekbone, of anywhere in the head. You are gonna cause damage. Okay, so again, always one hand up in your head and then step forward and bam.
Bam. Bam. So the over-the-top elbow, how can we use that in a self-defense situation? Well, for me, I think we can apply that best if the guy's got his hands up, right? Because we're not going to throw just a kind of standard elbow because we're going to clash with the guard. So we can go over the top instead, bang, here. Or we could even use that and come over the top, right? With the over the top elbow, a really important thing to do is to almost fold your hand into your chest when you throw it, okay? So you're folding it in to your chest to allow you to come over the top with that elbow. That's going to do two things for you, right? It's going to give you a little bit of space, right, to throw that elbow, but also it's emphasizing that point. So remember earlier, Marcus said that we need to aim for the point, the tip of the elbow, okay? So when we're tucking our hand in, it's emphasizing that tip. So again, he's got his hands up, bang, straight over the top, hitting him with the tip. That's the over-the-top elbow.
Then we have the side upward elbow, step and diagonal, sideways, and again, to the chin. So, bam.
So this side elbow, how can we use that in a self-defense situation? Well, the way I think about it is if somebody's coming in from the side, they're grabbing me, for example, bang, perfect, okay? Now notice my thighs, right? Almost as if you're throwing an uppercut. That's how you're going to throw this elbow. So he grabs hold of me and I'm bang, straight into it here. Grab me, push me, do whatever you want. Bang, straight in here. I can also use it going backwards. So if he's pushed me and I'm losing my balance, I can bring that up just to make sure he's not coming over the top with a headbutt or whatever. But there's going to be more power if I can spring into it. So grab me again. What? There we go. Ta-ra, mate.
Then we have the spinning back elbow, which is, it would need a little bit more practice. I would say this is an elbow with a high risk, but high reward, okay? If you land this elbow, it's devastating. The fight is finished, okay? So, the thing is, very important is step in diagonal and your foot, it has to be in line with the person you want to hit. Step in diagonal, boom, then turn your head and your shoulders and elbow.
This spinning elbow, as Marcus said, is absolutely brutal, right? As he said, it's high risk, high reward, okay? But if you can land this, they're just gonna drop like a sack of shit. When I was practicing this, I accidentally caught Raul with it and it must have been what, 15, 20% power? And he had a golf ball come up on his head a few weeks ago when we practiced it. It is absolutely brutal, right? But you've gotta get it right. And there's only certain times, especially in a kind of self-defense situation, where you could apply it. So how could you apply it? For me, it's almost a diversion, pretending that you don't want to fight, you're not interested, you're de-escalating, you want to walk away, and then all of a sudden you throw that elbow. That's how I think about it, because otherwise you're telegraphing too much. If I'm here and then I throw that elbow, he's just going to move back. So for me, it's a case of, oh, leave me alone, mate, I don't want to fight. Bang, good night. So footwork, as Marcus said, super important. If you don't get your footwork right, you're going to miss. If you miss, you get beaten up, right? So the footwork's really important. And the way to explain this is making sure the first step you take, can you see my feet okay? Yeah. Making sure the first step you take, my foot is going to be in line with my opponent's, right? So I'm stepping here. It doesn't matter if I pretend that I'm walking away, I'll see you, mate, as long as my foot is in line with his, right? That's the most important thing. So as soon as I've stepped here, now if I spin, I'm in a good position to land the elbow, okay? And it's all about that foot being in line. So kind of fast motion, bang. Good night, Raul.
You are going to ask, I know. You're going to ask, what happens if he's taller than me? What happens if he's shorter than me? You can adapt it perfectly fine. Solar plexus, I love it in boxing, let alone in Muay Thai or in self-defense. So if he's taller than me, bam, in the solar plexus. Yeah. Bam, solar plexus, okay? Yeah. If he's shorter than me, even better. Bam, yeah. Okay? Bam, okay, so basically it's a matter of adaptation. Yeah. Easy.
So hopefully we've shown you why the elbow is the best self-defense tool that you could possibly have, and you don't even need to go to the shop and buy one, you've already got one. So we've shown you how to use it. Now go out, practice, let us know in the comments how you get on. Cheers, guys.